faked pregnancy over and over again. Ellery Singleton, Atlanta, Georgia.
An Atlanta woman goes viral after faking a pregnancy for 9 months, and the man's mother exposes the shocking truth. This past Saturday, we hosted a baby shower for my son and his girlfriend. Excited to welcome a new life into our family. We decorated, bought gifts, and celebrated with love and hope for the baby we believed was coming. Just a few days later, on Wednesday morning, she told my son that the baby had passed away due to breathing complications at birth. She claimed the hospital had taken her phone and that she couldn't call or FaceTime, and that her mother would reach out to explain. She even sent a photo of what we believed was the deceased baby. Unfortunately, later we discovered that the photo she sent was not her baby at all. It was a living baby belonging to someone else. That prompted us to take a deeper look at everything she said and shared. We uncovered more lies, including a fake screenshot of a doctor visit dated October 3rd, 2024, months ago. To say we are heartbroken and in shock is an understatement. I welcomed this young woman into my home, trusted her, and celebrated this moment as any mother would. I want to sincerely thank everyone who came out to support us and also apologize for unknowingly being part of something that wasn't real. We're sharing this in hopes that those who know her or her family, especially Demetria Dodwell Harris and Derek Harris, can step in and offer her the help she clearly needs. This has caused a lot of hurt, confusion, and sadness, and we are still trying to process it all. Please keep our family in your prayers as we work through this situation. Pictured below show proof that Ellery Singleton is a compulsive liar. Just sad. Feel free to share.
Kira Cousins, Northern Scotland.
Have y'all heard this story about this girl from Scotland who tricked her entire family and baby daddy with a baby doll? This is Kira Cousins. She is from Scotland, and she has caused quite the outrage on social media this week after making her family and friends believe that she was pregnant and had given birth when her baby was actually a doll. They even had a gender reveal party where Kira is being accused of wearing a prosthetic bump before pretending to give birth and parading around a plastic reborn doll named Bonnie Lee Joyce to deceive those closest to her. The 22-year-old shared her baby announcement on social media earlier this month, claiming that she gave birth alone as Bonnie Lee arrived in the world on October 10th, weighing 5 pounds 4 ounces. In the weeks leading up to the birth, Kira is showing photos of baby scans, videos of her lavish gender reveal party, along with footage of the baby kicking in her tummy, as well as a series of pictures of newborn clothes and items bought by family and friends, including a $1,000 pram. He even posted about hospital appointments and complications with the baby, claiming that the baby had a heart defect. But outrage unfolded when Kira was outed online as a liar, and friends told how her family and the baby's father discovered that 6-day-old Bonnie Lee was a doll when her mother found the prop, the baby doll, lying on the floor in her bedroom. Screenshots of messages have also been shared on social media, allegedly between Kira and the baby's father, where she appears to tell him that the baby passed away. Shortly after this story went viral on TikTok, Kira did reactivate an account that she had, making a statement that none of her family and friends knew absolutely anything about this baby being fake.
Laura Owens, Scottsdale, Arizona.
Since everybody is talking about Kira Cousins faking her pregnancy, people then told me to look into the topic of Laura Owens, and admittedly, I had no idea who this was, and now that I do, I have to share it with as many people as I can. This is crazy. Let's get into it. So this is Laura Owens, and in 2023, she comes out and tells the world essentially that she is pregnant with this man's baby. And the reason that people know who this is because this is Colton from The Bachelor. Colton is denying any of this, saying this couldn't even physically be possible. We were never intimate in that way. This baby is not mine. This is not true. Laura keeps to her story and says, yeah, it is. You're responsible. You need to figure out what you need to do because you are the father of this baby. Laura is even showing ultrasound photos and doctor's notes and things like that, showing that she's pregnant. And then she says that she miscarries. But again, Colton's like, I'm not the father. This isn't my baby. None of this is real. None of this is happening. And then you find out Laura had manipulated every ultrasound, every photo, every doctor's note, everything you could think of. Laura had essentially faked. It actually resulted in a criminal investigation because that is entirely illegal. Forgery, fraud, all of that. This case is truly wild. How did I never know about this?
Rian Smith, Memphis, Tennessee.
Alright, I have something to say. People be taking these fake pregnancy stunts way too goddamn far. So last night I came on here to tell you guys the story about Kira Cousins, a girl who faked an entire pregnancy, fooled her family, the dad's family, gave birth, carried around a reborn doll for a couple days, and then claimed that the baby died. She ended up getting exposed for faking the entire thing. But today I'm back with another story of a woman who faked a pregnancy for 42 weeks. Yes, you heard me right, 42 weeks. Alright guys, so this is the story of Jay Kiz and his baby mama, Rianne. So according to Jay Kiz, for 42 weeks, Rianne allegedly faked her entire pregnancy. He has stated that he is sad and that he just does not know how to feel about this, that he didn't even realize that this whole thing was a ruse until recently. Jay stated that they had spent the last few months, preparing for the arrival of their son, that they had held baby showers and invited their family and their friends, that they had, sat down and picked out baby names. He did state that he thought it was odd that she would never let him come to any of her doctor's appointments or ultrasounds, that she always wanted to go to those alone, but that all in all, aside from him thinking that was strange, he believed that she was pregnant with his baby. And this man was excited to be having a baby. And that's hard to find in a man anymore. He recently came to Facebook and stated, "Fam and friends, please help me out with this one. I'm so lost right now because my mother of my son that was supposed to have been born looked like it was faked the whole 42 weeks. Rianne Smith, we had a whole baby shower filled with family and friends. How could you do this to me and others? Y'all, she lied like she was getting induced at the hospital and had no record of her in the admissions. Wow, tell me what this shit looks like. I'm so confused about this. Please help me out with this one. I keep calling the hospital, no Rianne Smith. I never went to a doctor visit or saw an ultrasound. She always wanted to go by herself. My hopes were to meet my son Jatori." So according to Jay, Rianne allegedly held on to this lie all the way up until the point that she was supposed to be going into the hospital to be induced to give birth to their fake son. And he found out that this was all just an elaborate, carefully calculated scheme by calling the hospital that she was supposed to be being induced at, only to find out that they didn't even have a patient by that name. Ladies, you all are gonna have to stop doing these men like that. And if y'all's just doing this, trying to claim that there's a baby to try to keep the man, y'all, a baby ain't gonna keep no man that don't want to be kept, okay? I don't know if this is mental health issues or what, but this has got to stop. This is the second story that I've covered like this since yesterday. You guys be sure to let me know what you all think about this down in the comments below.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard, Cut Off, Louisiana.
Sweetie, I'm your mom.
I'm your dad.
And you are a girl.
So in this clip you see Ken and Gypsy going to get an ultrasound, and I want to point out that the ultrasound that they are getting is a boy on the TV screen. So when I first discovered this, I took it to Reddit and I got a lot of negative feedback for it. So let me add that I was studying to be an ultrasound tech in my 20s, so I kind of know what I am looking at. So here it is, I'll freeze it for y'all. This is the boy part. That right there is a Winky. That is not a girl baby, that is a boy baby, and here is other proofs. boy versus girl ultrasounds. It doesn't take a genius to see that a boy has a nub and a girl doesn't. Gypsy's baby's photo has a wee-wee. So here you go, fake and staged ultrasound. She was never pregnant and she never had a baby.
Did I crack this code? Did I really just stumble across what I think I did? Actual proof that Gypsy Rose Blanchard doesn't have a baby and that baby Aurora is a reborn doll? I gotta chill for a sec. I was snooping like, I would do. I put into Google Images a picture of Aurora. I did it multiple times. Nothing coming up. Nope, we can't find anything. So I'm like, wait, what? Who's Laura Lee? I don't know who that is. It looks like she runs a really successful reborn baby website, business. I don't know too much about this, but there's a lot. You can make your own. There's kits. It's wild. So then I was looking, right? I'm like, gee, I wonder if I can maybe see one that looks like Gypsy's baby, even though we don't know what the face looks like. But do you guys remember that one picture when somebody tried to take the emoji off of baby Aurora's face? I think it was like an Easter picture. This one right here, it's very blurry. Tell me that Aurora's face doesn't look like this reborn doll from Laura Lee Eagles. Look at this. Striking similarities, huh? I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Did I?
Open your eyes and use your brain. No baby came out of Gypsy Rose Blanchard's body.
Ladies, you all are gonna have to stop doing these men like that. And if y'all's just doing this, trying to claim that there's a baby to try to keep the man, y'all, a baby ain't gonna keep no man that don't want to be kept, okay? I don't know if this is mental health issues or what, but this has got to stop.
Please like, share, subscribe, and become a member. I appreciate you all.